Your energy field is under attack. Right now, unseen forces are targeting your spiritual well-being, attempting to chip away at your inner peace and vitality. Are you feeling the effects? Drained, irritable, or disconnected from your usual sense of joy? What you may not realize is that this heightened vulnerability isn't random. We're entering a period known as the Venus peak, a time when the energies surrounding love, relationships, values, and self-worth are amplified, creating an open doorway for both positive and negative influences. Think of it like this: your energetic shields are down, leaving you exposed to a spiritual onslaught that can disrupt your harmony and erode your inner strength. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness and preparation. During the Venus peak, seemingly harmless, anti-spiritual things can act as potent weakening agents, making you more susceptible to these energetic attacks. We're not just talking about obvious negativity. Even subtle behaviors like indulging in gossip, harboring envy, or engaging in negative self-talk can lower your energetic vibration and create openings for unwanted influences. But here's the crucial thing to understand: Venusian energy is a double-edged sword. It can manifest as unconditional love, creativity, and harmonious relationships, but it can also reveal its shadow side through jealousy, possessiveness, and materialism. During the Venus peak, both the light and dark aspects of Venus are intensified, meaning you need to be extra vigilant about the energies you're inviting into your life. Are you unconsciously amplifying the negative aspects, leaving yourself open to attack? During this Venus peak, your relationships, self-worth, emotional well-being, and spiritual growth are all at stake. Imagine harmonious relationships being tested by jealousy and possessiveness, your self-worth being eroded by negative self-talk, and your overall spiritual progress being hindered by the constant drain of negative energies. The potential consequences of ignoring this warning are significant. Unchecked negative influences can lead to energy depletion, emotional instability, relationship conflicts, and a pervasive sense of being lost and disconnected from your true purpose. You might find yourself attracting toxic relationships, witnessing the sabotage of creative projects, and experiencing unsettling financial instability. However, you aren't powerless. This video is designed to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need for spiritual self-defense. Understanding the Venus peak and its potential threats is the crucial first step in taking control of your spiritual well-being. Consider this information a shield against unseen forces, enabling you to navigate this period with confidence and resilience. Without a practice of personal responsibility and spiritual discernment, it doesn't matter how many energetic shields or crystals you use, you'll still suffer the consequences of anti-spiritual things. Therefore, your ability to control your actions will determine how this peak affects you. So, what exactly is this energy field we're talking about? It's the invisible energetic field that surrounds your body, often referred to as an aura or biofield. It acts as a protective barrier, interacting with the environment and filtering out negative energies. A strong, vibrant energy field acts as a shield, deflecting negativity, while a weakened energy field leaves you vulnerable, like a castle with broken walls. During the Venus peak, Venus's position relative to other planets and stars amplifies certain energies, creating a period of heightened intensity. This alignment is linked to specific calendar dates and astrological events, creating a cosmic window of opportunity and potential vulnerability. As for these anti-spiritual things, let's expand on those initial examples. Gossip creates intricate webs of negative energy, ensnaring both the speaker and the listener. Envy drains your personal power, diverting your focus from your own path and feeding the success of others. Negative self-talk erodes your self-worth, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of inadequacy. But it's not just these obvious culprits. Excessive materialism, addiction to social media, and ignoring your intuition can all weaken your energy field, creating openings for negative influences to seep in. Remember that Venusian energy duality. The creative and harmonious aspects of Venus can be amplified through acts of self-love, artistic expression, and the cultivation of healthy relationships. Conversely, its more destructive tendencies, such as jealousy and possessiveness, can manifest as conflict, insecurity, and a distorted sense of values. By aligning your behaviors and choices with the positive aspects of Venus, you can harness its power for good and shield yourself from its shadow side. So, are you feeling it? Have you been experiencing unusual emotional swings lately? Have you noticed an increase in relationship conflicts, or has your self-worth taken an unexpected hit recently? Perhaps you've been feeling unusually drained of energy or strangely out of sync with the world around you. Have you brushed this off, or are you ready to consider the possibility of something deeper at play? Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you, subtly influencing your thoughts and emotions? This isn't meant to scare you, but to awaken you to the unseen forces that can impact your life. In this video, I'm going to reveal simple yet effective techniques, like energetic cleansing rituals and the powerful Venus shield, to create a protective energetic barrier. These techniques will help you reclaim your personal power, shield yourself from negative influences, and harness the positive aspects of Venusian energy to create a life filled with love, joy, and abundance. Get ready to discover actionable steps you can take right now to strengthen your energy field and protect yourself from the negative influences of the Venus peak. Let's delve deeper into these anti-spiritual things, dissecting how they operate within the key Venusian themes that govern our lives. These aren't just abstract concepts, they're the subtle undercurrents that shape your daily experiences, especially now. Consider relationships. Gossip, with its insidious tendrils, isn't just idle chatter. It's an energetic cord that ties you to the subject, leeching your vitality and inviting negativity into your sphere. Backstabbing and jealousy create toxic fields of resentment, poisoning your relationships and weakening your capacity for genuine connection. Toxic relationship patterns, where drama and conflict are the norm, become energetic quicksand, trapping you in cycles of negativity. And holding grudges, that's like carrying a bag of energetic stones, weighing you down and clouding your aura. Can you feel the weight of those unresolved resentments in your body right now? Now shift your focus inward to the realm of self-worth. Negative self-talk isn't just a bad habit. It's a constant barrage of energetic daggers, creating cracks in your aura that allow self-doubt and external criticism to penetrate your defenses. Comparing yourself to others is a futile game, draining your energy and diminishing your unique gifts. Seeking external validation is equally dangerous, as it places your self-worth in the hands of others, making you vulnerable to their judgments and whims. And perfectionism, that's a relentless tyrant, demanding unattainable standards and leaving you feeling perpetually inadequate. Are you recognizing any of these patterns in your own life? Don't overlook the crucial role of your values. Materialism, with its empty promises, creates a void within you that can never be filled by external possessions. Superficiality, prioritizing appearance over substance, distorts your perception and blinds you to the true beauty of the world. Neglecting inner growth, focusing solely on external achievements, leaves your spirit malnourished and vulnerable to emptiness. Are you prioritizing external validation over the internal work necessary for building true resilience? What if your core values are simply wrong for you? Finally, let's talk about finances. Overspending creates a constant state of financial insecurity, fueling anxiety and fear. Envy of others' wealth generates a toxic cycle of resentment and lack, further diminishing your own abundance. And associating self-worth with net worth, that's a dangerous trap, tying your happiness to the fluctuations of the market and leaving you feeling perpetually inadequate, no matter how much you accumulate. What would it feel like to finally detach your self-worth from your bank account? What possibilities would open up? Each of these anti-spiritual things acts like a tiny hole in your energetic armor, gradually weakening your defenses and making you more susceptible to negative influences. Gossip creates energetic cords, negative self-talk creates energetic cracks, materialism ties you to external objects, and financial insecurity fuels anxiety. The more of these vulnerabilities you have, the more exposed you become. Now, consider how these anti-spiritual things manifest in your everyday life. Imagine someone scrolling through social media, constantly comparing themselves to seemingly perfect influencers, triggering feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Or picture a person caught in a cycle of toxic relationships, repeatedly attracting partners who reinforce their negative beliefs about themselves. Envision someone constantly chasing the next material possession, never feeling truly fulfilled despite their ever-growing collection of things. These are not isolated incidents. They are patterns that erode your energetic well-being over time. Now it's time for honest self-assessment. Based on these real-world situations, where do you see your personal weaknesses lying? Which anti-spiritual things resonate most strongly with your own experiences? Are you prone to gossip, negative self-talk, or materialism? Are you caught in toxic relationship patterns or struggling with financial insecurity? This isn't about self-judgment. It's about identifying the areas where you need to focus your efforts to strengthen your energy field. Understanding these weaknesses is the crucial first step in determining the kinds of energetic attacks you might be vulnerable to. But here's where it gets even more critical. The Venus peak amplifies these existing vulnerabilities. Venus's association with relationships makes relationship issues even more charged and impactful during this time. Minor disagreements can escalate into major conflicts, and underlying tensions can surface with unexpected force. Those self-worth vulnerabilities become even more pronounced, leading to increased self-doubt, anxiety, and a heightened sensitivity to criticism. If you've struggled with self-esteem, prepare for a battle if you don't take action. Unseen influences are adept at exploiting these weaknesses. Negative energies may amplify existing insecurities to create conflict and division in relationships, whispering doubts into your ear and fueling misunderstandings. They might use distorted Venusian energies to tempt you into materialism and superficiality, promising fleeting pleasure and validation while ultimately leaving you feeling empty and unfulfilled. They might prey on your financial insecurities, stoking fears of scarcity and leading you to make unwise decisions. How can you learn to recognize their influence before you fall victim to it? Remember the duality of Venusian energies. Negative entities can twist positive Venusian qualities for their own purposes. Love can be twisted into obsession, creativity into destructive impulses, and harmony into complacency. They might present you with a dark imitation of love, promising intense passion but ultimately delivering manipulation and control. They might tempt you with creative pursuits that lead to self-destruction rather than self-expression. They might lull you into a false sense of security, making you complacent and vulnerable to unforeseen challenges. Don't confuse these twisted imitations with the real thing. So, what can you do right now to start strengthening your energy field and protecting yourself from these energetic attacks? The first step is to set clear boundaries. Identify the toxic people, environments, or situations that are draining your energy and create a conscious barrier between yourself and them. Learn to say no without guilt or explanation. Prioritize your own well-being above the expectations of others, and practice self-compassion. Counteract negative self-talk with positive affirmations and acts of kindness towards yourself. Treat yourself with the same love and respect you would offer a dear friend. Now, let's move on to some practical techniques for spiritual self-defense. The first is energetic cord cutting, a powerful technique for severing negative energetic ties with people, places, or situations that are draining your energy. Think of these cords as invisible threads that connect you to others, transmitting energy back and forth. When these cords are healthy and balanced, they facilitate love and connection. But when they become entangled with negativity, they can drain your energy and perpetuate unhealthy patterns. Here's a simple cord-cutting ritual you can perform. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and visualize the person, place, or situation you want to cut ties with. See the energetic cord connecting you to them, noting its color, thickness, and texture. Is it dark and heavy, or light and vibrant? Now visualize yourself holding a sword of light, infused with your intention to release this connection with love and compassion. With a swift, decisive movement, sever the cord, releasing both yourself and the other party from its grip. Visualize the cord dissolving into pure light, returning to its source. Cord cutting can be particularly beneficial after a breakup, a conflict, or when feeling attached to a toxic person. It can help you release resentment, reclaim your personal power, and move forward with greater clarity and freedom. But remember, cord cutting isn't about severing all connections. It's about releasing the negative energetic attachments that are holding you back. Next, let's discuss aura cleansing, a method for removing stagnant or negative energy from your energy field, restoring its natural vibrancy and protective function. Your aura, that shimmering field of energy surrounding your body, can become clouded and congested with negative emotions, thoughts, and external influences. Aura cleansing helps to clear away this energetic debris, allowing your true light to shine through. There are several different aura cleansing techniques you can try. Smudging with sage is a powerful way to purify your energy field. Simply light a bundle of dried sage and allow the smoke to waft around your body, setting the intention to clear away any negativity. Salt baths are another effective method. Add a cup of Epsom salts or sea salt to a warm bath and soak for at least 20 minutes, visualizing the salt drawing out any impurities from your aura. You can also try visualizing white light, imagining a beam of pure, cleansing energy cascading down from the heavens and washing away any darkness or stagnation in your aura. Experiment with different techniques to find what resonates best with you, and don't underestimate the importance of grounding. Grounding connects you with the Earth's energy, stabilizing your energy field and reducing feelings of anxiety and overwhelm. In fact, grounding is really the starting point for all defense techniques. Without it, the other tools won't be as effective. Simple grounding techniques include walking barefoot on the grass, spending time in nature, or visualizing roots extending from your feet into the earth, anchoring you to the present moment. Imagine those roots drawing up the earth's nourishing energy, revitalizing your entire being. Keep in mind that without self-control or awareness, these techniques have limited use. You must take personal responsibility for your own well-being, setting energetic boundaries and practicing spiritual discernment. Learn to recognize the early warning signs of energetic attacks, such as sudden mood swings, unexplained fatigue, or a sense of unease. Trust your intuition and take steps to protect yourself when you feel vulnerable. These techniques must be paired with awareness of the anti-spiritual things we've spoken of. Now, let's shift our focus from defense to offense, actively harnessing the positive aspects of Venusian energy. Protecting your energy isn't just about blocking bad energy, it's about creating space for good. Remember, Venusian energies amplify both negative and positive aspects, so it's crucial to embrace the light. Engage in activities that bring you joy, spark your creativity, and connect you with your authentic self. Paint, write, dance, play music, spend time in nature, connect with loved ones. Prioritize self-care and make time for activities that nourish your soul. When you protect yourself, you create space for joy to enter your life. Self-love is the ultimate shield. A strong sense of self-worth creates an impenetrable energetic field, filtering out negativity and attracting positive experiences. Self-love acts as a filter, repelling negative energy and attracting positive relationships. When you love and accept yourself unconditionally, you become less susceptible to external criticism and manipulation. Use positive affirmations to boost your self-worth, reprogram negative beliefs, and attract positive experiences into your life. Repeat these affirmations daily with sincerity and conviction. I am worthy of love and respect. I attract positive and healthy relationships. I am open to receiving abundance in all areas of my life. Let them sink into your subconscious mind, transforming your beliefs and shaping your reality. And now, I want to briefly tease a comprehensive method for harnessing Venusian energies for protection and empowerment. It's the Venus Shield, a technique that combines positive thought, intentional action, and even object use crystals. Viewers who incorporate the Venus Shield will have a long-term defense plan, a way to combine their own willpower with external tools. I'll share the full details later in this video, so stay tuned. But before we get to the Venus Shield, which, as I mentioned, is a comprehensive method for harnessing Venusian energies, let's explore some advanced spiritual protection practices. These techniques, while potent, require a deeper understanding of energetic dynamics and a commitment to personal responsibility. Think of them as advanced skills in your spiritual self-defense toolkit, meant to be wielded with wisdom and discernment. What if these advanced techniques are exactly what you're missing? Let's begin with working with spiritual guides and allies. You are not alone in this journey. The universe is teeming with benevolent entities eager to assist you, from angels and ascended masters to spirit guides and power animals. Connecting with these allies can provide invaluable protection and guidance during the Venus peak and beyond. Connecting with your guides can create a constant, reliable source of assistance. How do you connect with a spiritual guide? Meditation is a powerful tool. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Visualize yourself surrounded by white light, and silently ask your guides to reveal themselves to you. Pay attention to any images, feelings, or thoughts that arise. Prayer, offered with sincerity and an open heart, is another effective way to connect. Simply ask for guidance and protection, trusting that your request will be heard. You can even use visualization, imagining yourself walking through a peaceful forest and meeting your guide at a clearing. Each of these methods requires consistent effort and a willingness to trust the process. Are you willing to open yourself up to this support? How do you recognize the signs of guidance? Look for synchronicities, those seemingly coincidental events that carry deeper meaning. Pay attention to recurring numbers, animal sightings, or songs that seem to speak directly to your situation. Trust your intuition, that inner voice that whispers wisdom and guidance. And be open to receiving messages in unexpected ways, such as through dreams, conversations, or even random articles you stumble upon. These are not replacements for the previously mentioned methods, like grounding and self-love, but another layer of support. If you aren't sure if a being has your best intentions, it might be best to err on the side of caution and seek guidance elsewhere. Is your mind open enough to let unseen support in? Now, let's move on to creating sacred space. This isn't just about decorating a room, it's about creating a personal sanctuary for energetic protection and spiritual connection. This space can be an entire room, a corner, or even just a small altar, but its purpose is to serve as a refuge from the chaos of the outside world. During the Venus peak, when energies are heightened and vulnerabilities are amplified, having a sacred space to retreat to can be a lifesaver. What if having such a space was all it took to feel safe? When choosing symbols, crystals, and other objects for your sacred space, let your intuition be your guide. Select items that resonate with you on a deep level, that evoke feelings of peace, love, and inspiration. Venus-related symbols, such as roses, copper, and emeralds, can be particularly potent. Crystals like amethyst, selenite, and black tourmaline can help to cleanse and protect the space. And don't forget personal items that hold special meaning for you, such as photographs, journals, or spiritual tools. These spaces should be respected as physical representations of internal, personal safety. Having a constant reminder can help when the going gets tough. What items truly bring you comfort and peace? Before using your sacred space, cleanse and consecrate it to create a powerful energetic field. Smudge the space with sage or Palo Santo, setting the intention to clear away any negative energy. Visualize white light filling the space, purifying and energizing it. You can also use sound, such as singing bowls or chanting, to raise the vibration of the space. Finally, dedicate the space to your highest good, stating your intention for its use and inviting in benevolent energies. What intentions are you infusing into your space? Next, shielding with crystals. These aren't just pretty stones, They're powerful tools for energetic shielding and protection, especially those associated with Venusian energy, such as rose quartz, emerald, and copper. These crystals resonate with the energies of love, harmony, and abundance, creating a protective barrier against negativity and amplifying positive vibrations. To choose the right crystals, consider their specific properties and how they align with your needs. Rose quartz is known for its gentle, loving energy, promoting self-love and emotional healing. Emerald resonates with abundance and prosperity, attracting positive opportunities and shielding against financial anxieties. Copper is a conductor of energy, amplifying the protective properties of other crystals and creating a strong energetic shield. Once you've chosen your crystals, cleanse them by placing them under the moonlight or running them under cool water, setting the intention to clear away any accumulated energy. Then, charge them by holding them in your hands and visualizing them filled with white light, programming them with your intention for protection. What specific energies do you want to draw in with your crystals? There are various ways to incorporate crystals into your daily life for protection. Wear them as jewelry, such as a rose quartz pendant to promote self-love or an emerald bracelet to attract abundance. Carry them in your pocket or purse, creating a portable shield of energetic protection. Place them around your home or workspace, creating a protective grid that deflects negative influences. During heightened times of energetic conflict, consider combining crystals for added protection. For example, pair rose quartz with black tourmaline to create a balance of love and protection, or combine emerald with selenite to amplify abundance and clarity. How can you integrate these powerful tools into your daily routine? Now, energetic armor visualization. This isn't about physical armor, but about creating a powerful energetic barrier that deflects negative influences and reinforces your inner strength. This technique involves using your imagination to visualize yourself surrounded by a protective layer of light or energy, deflecting any negativity that comes your way. It's like creating an invisible force field that shields you from harm. This visualization is a skill that improves with practice. Are you ready to commit to honing this ability? Visualize specific colors and textures for different types of protection. A golden shield provides general protection, deflecting any negative energy that comes your way. A violet flame transmutes negativity, transforming it into positive energy. A mirror shield reflects negativity back to its source, teaching the sender a valuable lesson. And a bubble of white light provides a gentle, loving shield, surrounding you with peace and serenity. Try visualizing these different shields and see which one resonates most strongly with you. Each shield serves a different purpose, so experimenting with what serves you best is important. What armor are you going to equip? Add mental exercises to create a solid armor that deflects attacks and negativity. Imagine yourself standing tall and strong, radiating confidence and self-assurance. Visualize your aura expanding, creating a protective barrier that extends outwards in all directions. Repeat affirmations such as "I am protected," "I am strong," or "I am filled with light." These mental exercises reinforce your intention and strengthen your energetic armor. What are you going to tell yourself to reinforce your shield? Discernment and personal responsibility are key here when choosing and applying these techniques. Not all techniques are suitable for everyone, and it's important to listen to your intuition and trust your inner guidance. If a particular technique doesn't resonate with you, don't force it. There are countless other options to explore. Spiritual protection is an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. The best defense is a strong connection to yourself and your values. A healthy relationship with your intuition is what will keep you safe. Are you ready to trust yourself and take control of your spiritual well-being? But even with the strongest armor and the most skilled allies, you may still encounter energetic challenges. That's where understanding energetic vampires becomes essential. Energetic vampires, individuals who drain the energy of others, either consciously or unconsciously. These aren't necessarily malicious individuals, but they can leave you feeling depleted, exhausted, and emotionally drained. During the Venus peak, when energies are heightened, the impact of energetic vampires can be even more pronounced. What if someone close to you is unknowingly draining your energy? Energetic vampires are not necessarily malicious, but may be acting out of their own unconscious needs or insecurities. They may be seeking attention, validation, or sympathy, and they may not realize the impact they're having on others. It is important to distinguish between active malice and passive vulnerability to these energetic vampires, as it may change how you respond to them. What if your partner is one of these vampires? But of course, energetic vampires can also be actively malicious. Whether intentional or not, this kind of vampirism is made easier by Venus's amplification of connection. These individuals often target vulnerabilities related to relationships, self-worth, and values, preying on insecurities about appearance, social status, or financial success. They may create conflict in relationships to feed off the drama and attention, leaving others feeling depleted and unappreciated. The increased tension in relationships during Venus peak means being cautious is essential. How can you tell the difference between someone who needs help and someone who is deliberately draining you? There are different types of energetic vampires, each with their own tactics and motivations. The victim constantly complains and seeks sympathy, draining the energy of those around them with their endless tales of woe. The narcissist seeks admiration and validation, leaving others feeling depleted and unappreciated. The constant talker monopolizes conversations, never allowing others to get a word in edgewise, and the drama queen thrives on chaos and conflict, creating drama wherever they go. What archetypes have you encountered in your own life? To identify energetic vampires in your own life, pay attention to how you feel after interacting with certain people. Do you feel fatigued, irritable, or anxious? Do they trigger feelings of guilt or obligation, making it difficult to set boundaries? Energetic vampires often leave you feeling emotionally and physically drained, as if they've sucked the life out of you. You need to be honest with yourself. Do you feel better or worse after speaking to someone? Protecting yourself requires setting firm boundaries, limiting contact, and using energetic shielding techniques. Learn to say no and prioritize your own needs. Visualize a protective bubble of light around yourself when interacting with energetic vampires. And don't be afraid to distance yourself from people who consistently drain your energy. Your well-being must come first. Are you prepared to make these difficult choices? Remember how we talked about anti-spiritual things? Energetic vampires exploit insecurities about appearance or social status. They might create conflict in relationships to feed off the drama and attention. They often target vulnerabilities related to relationships, self-worth, and values. As always, identifying the anti-spiritual things that you are vulnerable to is the first step towards keeping yourself safe. But even with all these techniques, it can be difficult to maintain vigilance. That's why I want to share a comprehensive protection method. Are you ready to hear the full reveal of the Venus Shield technique? So, are you ready to hear the full reveal of the Venus Shield technique? That's where we're headed. But before we can truly master that technique, it's crucial to refine your awareness. Think of it this way, even the most impenetrable fortress has weak spots if you don't know where they are. We must identify subtle influences, which is what the anti-spiritual things we've discussed often are, and deceptive tactics so we can truly be in alignment. Let's move beyond those obvious energy drains we've discussed previously, like arguments or toxic relationships. We need to explore the subtle ways energy leaks occur in your daily life, often unnoticed. Think of these leaks as tiny pinpricks in your aura, slowly draining your vitality. Are you aware of how much energy you lose through seemingly harmless actions? Consider people-pleasing, for example. Constantly saying yes to others, even when you feel drained or resentful, creates energetic imbalances. You're essentially giving away your power, prioritizing the needs of others above your own. Each time you suppress your own desires or boundaries, you weaken your energetic field. Someone asks for a favor when you're already overwhelmed. Saying yes might seem polite, but energetically, you're creating a deficit. Suppressing emotions has a similar effect. Imagine a dam holding back a river. Eventually, the pressure will build until the dam bursts. Similarly, suppressing anger, sadness, or fear allows those emotions to fester and deplete your energy field over time. Instead of processing and releasing these emotions in a healthy way, they become stagnant, creating blockages in your energetic pathways. Overcommitting is another common culprit. Spreading yourself too thin, juggling multiple responsibilities, and constantly rushing from one task to another leaves you feeling scattered and depleted. You're essentially burning the candle at both ends, draining your energy reserves. Are you running yourself ragged trying to do too much? But remember, not all negative influences are blatant or obvious. Some come disguised as something positive or helpful. It's time to identify those deceptive tactics used by energies that appear beneficial but ultimately drain or manipulate you. These are the wolf in sheep's clothing influences that can be particularly insidious. Can you recognize those wolves in your own life? Consider the overly helpful friend who constantly offers unsolicited advice or assistance. While their intentions may seem good, they subtly undermine your confidence and create a need for their constant help, draining your independence and self-reliance. It's as if they're saying, "You can't do this without me," which can be incredibly disempowering. Consider gurus that require constant payment or those that use fear to control others. This is very different from a therapist. A therapist helps someone empower themselves, whereas some gurus create a dependency. It's a very different dynamic that becomes evident over time. Are you alert to being manipulated? That's why developing and trusting your intuition is key. Your intuition acts as an inner radar, alerting you to subtle energetic leaks and deceptive influences. It's that gut feeling, that inner voice that whispers warnings or nudges you in a certain direction. But how do you hone your inner radar and learn to trust it? It's about honing your ability to know that something is not right. Is something off? Start by practicing mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations. Notice how you feel around different people and in different situations. Does someone's presence make you feel energized or drained? Does a particular environment feel supportive or oppressive? Start to recognize the subtle cues that your body is giving you. Journaling can be a powerful tool for exploring your experiences and identifying patterns. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and dreams. Look for recurring themes or symbols that may be trying to tell you something. Emotional reactions do not equal intuition, so try to avoid confusing the two. Emotional reactions are very different from intuition, and that calm inner knowing is much different than a knee-jerk response. Are you willing to pay attention to your gut feelings? Consider this scenario. You have a friend who always seems to need your help. At first, you're happy to lend a hand, but over time, you realize that they're constantly relying on you, never taking responsibility for their own problems. They call you at all hours of the night, venting about their latest crisis, and you always feel obligated to listen. But after each conversation, you feel exhausted and depleted. Is this a supportive friendship, or is it an energetic drain? Or perhaps you struggle to say no to requests from your boss, even when you're already overloaded with work. You fear disappointing them or jeopardizing your job, so you keep piling on more and more tasks until you're completely burned out. Where are you vulnerable to attack? But let's shift gears. What if those vulnerabilities could be turned into strengths? That's where the concept of inner alchemy comes in. It's about transforming those perceived weaknesses into opportunities for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. It's about turning lead into gold. Are you ready to begin your alchemical transformation? Think about a past experience of betrayal. It likely caused you immense pain and left you feeling vulnerable and distrustful. But what if you could reframe that experience as an opportunity to develop stronger boundaries and a deeper understanding of trust? Instead of allowing that betrayal to define you, you can use it as a catalyst for growth, learning to discern who is truly worthy of your trust and who is not. You can use difficult life experiences to find inner strength and wisdom. A seemingly negative experience can be used as a springboard for positive change and self-improvement. Can you see your challenges as opportunities? That's where shadow work integration comes in. Your shadow self is comprised of those repressed emotions, beliefs, and patterns that you've disowned or rejected. It's the dark side of your personality, the parts of yourself that you're ashamed of or afraid to acknowledge. But these repressed aspects of yourself hold tremendous power. By integrating them into your conscious awareness, you can unlock hidden strengths and reclaim your wholeness. How can you start exploring your shadow self? Start by identifying those qualities in others that trigger strong emotional reactions in you. What traits do you find most irritating, annoying, or repulsive? These qualities often reflect aspects of your own shadow self that you're unconsciously projecting onto others. Through journaling, therapy, or other self-exploration techniques, you can understand and embrace your dark side to gain more self-acceptance, wholeness, and personal power. What if your greatest strengths lie hidden in your shadow? Emotional intelligence is crucial to develop. It includes self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills for navigating challenging situations and maintaining a strong energy field. These tools are vital in managing your energy. How can you become more emotionally intelligent? Begin by paying attention to your trigger points, those situations or interactions that tend to evoke strong emotional reactions. Once you recognize your triggers, you can start to develop strategies for managing your responses. Practice active listening, giving others your full attention without interrupting or judging. This can diffuse tension and create a more harmonious environment. Recognize these points and emotional responses to avoid further problems or energetic attacks. What's your next step in becoming more emotionally intelligent? Now, take action with the knowledge you've discovered about yourself. Set boundaries with those who trigger negative shadow aspects, limiting contact or establishing clear expectations for how you'll be treated. Visualize yourself as stronger, more confident, and more resilient. Affirm your worth and value, reminding yourself that you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. How will you reclaim your personal power, which brings us back to the Venus Shield, which you can now empower with that information. We talked about the basic Venus Shield technique, but let's explore advanced techniques for adding layers of protection and customizing the shield to your specific needs and intentions. Think of it as upgrading your energetic armor. Are you ready to enhance your shield? Incorporate different colors, symbols, and affirmations to enhance the shield's protective qualities. Visualize a golden shield for general protection, a violet flame for transmuting negativity, or a mirror shield for reflecting negativity back to its source. Add layers of light, sound, or energetic thorns for additional protection. Cleanse the shield by visualizing it being bathed in white light or using a crystal to absorb negative energy. Then reinforce the shield with affirmations and visualizations, solidifying its protective properties. Remember, the key is to combine all the tools we've discussed, from crystals and affirmations to visualizations and self-care, and to practice their use in various life scenarios. Create a go bag with crystals, affirmations, and notes that reinforce shielding. Visualize scenarios and engage the shield, preparing yourself for any potential challenges. Remember, the Venus Shield is just one layer of protection that helps support a life of alignment. How can you make these protections a habit? Practicing mindfulness in everyday moments is a key component of spiritual protection. Pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and sensations throughout the day, noticing any patterns or triggers that may be weakening your energy field. Incorporate simple mindfulness practices into your daily routines, such as taking a few deep breaths before starting a task or paying attention to the taste and texture of your food. How can you bring more awareness into your daily life? That's why living in alignment with your values is a powerful form of spiritual protection. Identify your core values and make choices that are consistent with those values. Set boundaries with people or situations that compromise your values. The more aligned you are, the less energy vampires and anti-spiritual things will have as targets? What values will you protect? Extending kindness, compassion, and empathy to others is essential. Practice random acts of kindness, offer support to those in need, and cultivate a sense of connection with all beings. The more you extend positive energy outwards, the more you attract positive energy back into your own life. How can you spread more love and compassion in the world? Remember, spiritual protection is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and growth, not a destination to be reached. Embrace the challenges and uncertainties that come with life, seeing them as opportunities to learn, grow, and evolve. And never forget that you have the power to protect yourself and to live a life filled with love, joy, and abundance. It is your personal responsibility to take action and maintain your energetic well-being. Spiritual protection is an ongoing, active process. Are you ready to embrace this journey? What will you do next? But even with that heightened awareness, are you truly prepared for the advanced tactics of negative influences? They don't always announce themselves with flashing neon signs. Often they're masters of disguise, blending seamlessly into your life. So it is important to unmask deception by recognizing how negativity can masquerade as positivity. Have you ever experienced a wolf in sheep's clothing? Consider love bombing, an overwhelming display of affection and attention designed to quickly gain your trust and control. In the beginning, it feels intoxicating, like you've finally found your soulmate, but beneath the surface lies a manipulative agenda. The excessive compliments, constant texts, and grand gestures are used to create a dependency, making it harder for you to see red flags later on. Think about someone who showers you with gifts and praise early in a relationship, only to become possessive and controlling once they've secured your commitment. Or consider excessive flattery, where someone constantly praises your talents or accomplishments, inflating your ego and making you more susceptible to their influence. They might tell you how brilliant you are, how indispensable you are, how no one else understands you like they do. It feels good to be admired, but beware of those who use flattery as a tool to manipulate your actions. And what about unsolicited advice disguised as concern? Someone constantly offering suggestions on how you should live your life, subtly undermining your confidence and creating a need for their validation. They might say, "I'm just trying to help," but their advice often leaves you feeling inadequate and disempowered. This isn't genuine support, it's a subtle way of controlling you. Can you identify these masks in your own life? Worse, negative entities can mimic your desires and values, making it incredibly difficult to discern their true intentions. They're mimicking Venusian energy, twisting it for their own purposes. That dream relationship might start out perfectly, with your partner mirroring your interests and values. But over time, they slowly introduce controlling behaviors, isolating you from your friends and family, and manipulating your emotions. It's a subtle shift, but it's a sign that something is amiss. Or that mentor promising financial freedom might initially seem like a godsend, offering guidance and support as you pursue your goals. But as time goes on, they start promoting unethical business practices, pressuring you to compromise your integrity in the name of success. Do you know the feeling of being betrayed by someone you admire? Gaslighting is another sinister tactic, a form of manipulation where someone distorts your reality to make you doubt your sanity and intuition. They deny your experiences, twist your words, and invalidate your feelings, leaving you feeling confused, disoriented, and vulnerable to energetic attacks. Perhaps you confront someone about their hurtful behavior and they deny it ever happened, telling you that you're imagining things. Or they twist your words, taking them out of context to make you look unreasonable or irrational. Maybe they invalidate your feelings, telling you that you're overreacting or being too sensitive. The cumulative effect of these tactics can be devastating, eroding your self-worth and making you question your own perceptions. That's why it's vital to trust your intuition, seeking validation from trusted sources, and documenting your experiences. Write down what happened, how you felt, and what you observed. This can help you stay grounded in reality and avoid being gaslighted. Are you secure in your sense of reality, Think of a budding relationship that begins with shared interests and dreams of a future together. However, subtle manipulations begin. Denials of past promises, claims that you're too sensitive, and consistent undermining of your intuition. Your partner might say you are remembering it wrong, that you have to trust them. Consider a professional mentor relationship where initially you are taught sound principles of success and positive thinking. Over time, they encourage you to compromise your values for the sake of profit. They might say that ethics have no place in business. Have you ever compromised your values? Have you ever ignored that inner voice? But how can we transform that vulnerability into strength? How do we turn those perceived weaknesses into opportunities for growth? That's where inner alchemy comes in, transforming pain into power. It begins with identifying your core wounds. These wounds are the underlying emotional traumas and limiting beliefs that make you vulnerable to negative influences, often connected to Venusian themes of love, worth, and value. Perhaps you experienced childhood neglect or abuse, leaving you with a deep-seated fear of abandonment. Or maybe you endured a past relationship trauma, causing you to distrust others and fear intimacy. Societal conditioning can also play a role, shaping your beliefs about your worth and potential. These wounds manifest as self-sabotaging behaviors, unhealthy relationship patterns, or a fear of intimacy. You might find yourself constantly seeking validation from others, settling for less than you deserve, or pushing away those who get too close. Have you found love elusive? But remember, you have the power to heal these wounds and reclaim your wholeness. Techniques such as mindfulness-based stress reduction, cognitive restructuring, and dialectical behavior therapy can help. Mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating space for a more skillful response, while cognitive restructuring can help you challenge and change negative thought patterns, replacing them with more positive and empowering beliefs. Specific DBT skills, such as distress tolerance and emotion regulation techniques, can help you manage intense emotions in a healthy way. Rather than being controlled by your emotions, you learn to regulate them. Are you in control of your feelings? Expand on shadow integration, embracing your dark side as a source of strength, creativity, and authenticity, especially during times of energetic vulnerability. This means exploring your repressed emotions, unmet needs, and rejected qualities through journaling, art, or movement. Instead of judging or suppressing these aspects of yourself, you embrace them, recognizing that they are valuable parts of your being. By embracing these shadow aspects, you can lead to greater self-acceptance, wholeness, and personal power. But how can you begin this process? Consider specific shadow work exercises tailored to the themes of the Venus peak. Journaling prompts to explore your fears about relationships, guided visualizations to connect with your inner child, or creative expression activities to unleash your repressed emotions. Take time to reflect on the source of your personal vulnerabilities and find compassion for yourself. Don't judge yourself for your flaws or imperfections. Embrace them as part of your unique human experience. What lies hidden in your shadow? And now, are you ready to unlock the full potential of your Venus shield? It's time to delve into advanced techniques for customization and maintenance, ensuring that your energetic armor is strong, resilient, and perfectly attuned to your needs. By attuning the shield to your unique energetic signature, you can enhance its effectiveness and create a stronger connection. Think of it as imprinting your essence onto the shield. How will you imprint yours? Incorporate your voice, breath, or movement to infuse the shield with your personal energy, visualizing the shield resonating with your unique vibration, creating a powerful energetic synergy. Incorporate personal symbols, colors, or mantras that resonate with your soul. These act as energetic keys, unlocking deeper layers of protection and power. Imagine a color that makes you feel safe, a symbol that represents your strength, or a mantra that affirms your worth. Further, you need to learn to adapt the Venus shield for different environments, visualizing the shield expanding to create a protective bubble around you in crowded places, preventing you from being overwhelmed by the energy of others. In stressful work environments, add a layer of grounding energy to the shield, connecting you to the earth and anchoring you in the present moment. Reinforce the shield with affirmations of self-love and compassion in emotionally charged family gatherings, reminding yourself that you are worthy of love and respect, regardless of what others may say or do. With what scenarios will you equip yourself? But remember, even the strongest shield can develop weak spots over time. That's why it's essential to regularly check in with your shield, noticing any areas that feel thin, weak, or damaged. This might manifest as feelings of anxiety, fear, or vulnerability. Reinforce the visualization, adding extra layers of protection or seeking support from a trusted friend or mentor. Remember, the Venus Shield is not a one-time fix. It's a long-term lifestyle practice that requires continued care and attention. Those that commit to it often benefit from a strong sense of protection, knowing that they have the power to create a safe and secure energetic space around themselves. Will you commit to its long-term maintenance? It is essential to make these practices a regular part of your daily routine, integrating them seamlessly into your life. The choices you make contribute to a life that is authentic, meaningful, and spiritually protected. Examine your relationships, careers, and lifestyles, identifying any areas where you may be compromising your values. Start making small, incremental changes that move you closer to living in accordance with your authentic self, reducing the chance for attacks. What choices will you make? It's also important to cultivate supportive connections with like-minded individuals who share your values and support your spiritual growth. Seek out communities where you can connect with others on a deeper level, participating in group meditations, workshops, or retreats that foster connection, healing, and spiritual growth. Support each other's journeys, celebrating each other's successes, and offering encouragement during challenging times. You can also discover your unique gifts and talents and to use them to serve others and make a positive impact on the world. Reflect on your passions, skills, and experiences, identifying ways you can use them to help others, whether through volunteering, creating art, or starting a business. What good can you do? Living a spiritually protected life is not just about individual well-being, it's also about contributing to a more spiritually aware and compassionate world. Be conscious of your thoughts, words, and actions, recognizing that they have the power to create a ripple effect of positivity and healing. Engage in acts of kindness, compassion, and advocacy, working to create a more just and equitable world for all. Will you do good for the world? So, reflecting on that initial hook about the unseen attack on your energy field, how has your understanding evolved? What once felt like a vague threat, do you now see opportunities for resilience? The challenges you have faced have made you stronger, more compassionate, and more connected to your inner power. What was previously a mystery is now a strength. What was once vulnerability is now empowerment. Remember, this isn't the end, but rather a milestone on your path. The tools, the knowledge, the support, you now wield these things. What comes next? So, reflecting on that initial hook about the unseen attack on your energy field, how has your understanding evolved? What once felt like a vague threat, do you now see opportunities for resilience? The challenges you have faced have made you stronger, more compassionate, and more connected to your inner power. What was previously a mystery is now a strength. What was once vulnerability is now empowerment. Remember, this isn't the end, but rather a milestone on your path. The tools, the knowledge, the support, you now wield these things. What comes next? It's time to deconstruct the very nature of these attacks, understanding how negative forces distort the Venusian energies of love, beauty, and connection, turning them into weapons against you. This isn't just about recognizing negativity. It's about understanding its twisted logic, its ability to masquerade as something beautiful and desirable, only to leave you drained and depleted. Are you ready to see behind the curtain? Venusian energy, in its purest form, is about harmony, balance, and mutual appreciation. It's about self-love that radiates outward, attracting healthy relationships and creating beauty in the world. But negative influences don't simply negate these qualities. They actively twist and corrupt them, creating distortions that can be incredibly seductive and damaging. Think of it like a beautiful song being played backward, turning harmonious melodies into jarring noise. How can you tell the difference between authentic Venusian energy and its twisted imitation? Love, for example, can be twisted into obsession, possessiveness, or control. Instead of being expansive and supportive, it becomes restrictive and demanding, suffocating your freedom and draining your energy. Imagine a partner who constantly demands your attention, monitors your every move, and isolates you from your friends and family. They might claim it's because they love you so much, but their actions are rooted in fear and insecurity, creating an energetic imbalance that leaves you feeling trapped and depleted. Beauty can be distorted into superficiality and self-obsession, where your worth is tied to your appearance and external validation becomes your driving force. Think of the pressures of social media, where unrealistic beauty standards are constantly reinforced, leading to body image issues, anxiety, and a diminished sense of self-worth. And connection can be twisted into codependency and people-pleasing, where your needs are constantly sacrificed for the sake of others. You might find yourself constantly saying yes to things you don't want to do, neglecting your own well-being to keep others happy. So how do you tell the difference? Authentic love feels expansive, supportive, and empowering, while distorted love feels restrictive, controlling, and draining. It's that simple. Genuine beauty radiates from within, reflecting inner peace and self-acceptance, while distorted beauty relies on external validation and perfectionism, draining your inner power. True harmony promotes balance and mutual respect, while distorted harmony sacrifices individual needs and boundaries. The energetic signature of each is distinctly different. You can learn to sense these differences by paying attention to how you feel in the presence of different people and situations. Does their energy uplift you or drag you down? Do you feel empowered or controlled? Trust your intuition. It will guide you. Consider real-world examples. Think of a celebrity relationship that appears perfect on the surface, but is rumored to be filled with jealousy, control, and infidelity. Or examine social media trends that promote unrealistic beauty standards and encourage constant comparison. Deconstruct advertisements that manipulate your desires for love, acceptance, and belonging, promising you happiness if you buy their products. By becoming aware of these distorted Venusian energies in the world around you, you can better protect yourself from their influence. These distorted energies often manifest in specific arenas, turning your relationships, friendships, and even your workplace into energetic battlefields. Are you aware of where these battles are being fought in your own life? Where are you most vulnerable? Romantic relationships, with their intense emotions and deep connections, can be particularly vulnerable. Common vulnerabilities such as codependency, insecurity, and unresolved conflict can create openings for negative influences. Imagine a scenario where one partner is constantly seeking validation from the other, creating an energetic imbalance and making them vulnerable to manipulation. The constant need for reassurance can be exhausting and draining, leaving them susceptible to negative thoughts and emotions. Or consider a relationship where there is constant jealousy and suspicion, creating a negative energetic feedback loop that weakens both partners. The constant accusations and defensiveness create a toxic environment that can erode trust and intimacy. Unresolved conflicts can create energetic cords of resentment and anger, draining both individuals and creating an opening for negative influences. Do you hold on to past wrongs? But like romantic relationships, friendships can also become grounds for energetic attacks. Consider friendships built on gossip, comparisons, and envy. When one friend is constantly gossiping about others, it creates a negative, energetic environment and drains the energy of those involved. The constant negativity can be exhausting and damaging to your own well-being. Friendships where there is constant comparison and competition can lead to feelings of inadequacy and resentment, eroding the sense of camaraderie and support that should characterize a true friendship. Do you feel the need to compare yourself to others? Then there are the friendships, where one person is constantly seeking advice and support, but never taking action, draining the energy of the other. This can lead to feelings of resentment and burnout, as the other person feels like they are constantly giving without receiving anything in return. And don't forget the workplace, which can become an energetic battlefield due to toxic coworkers, stressful environments, and power dynamics. Imagine a coworker who is constantly undermining and criticizing others, creating a hostile energetic environment and draining the morale of the team. Constant pressure to perform can lead to stress, anxiety, and burnout, weakening employees' energy fields. Power dynamics can be used to manipulate and control others, creating an energetic imbalance and making employees vulnerable to exploitation. Are you experiencing this? Take a moment to analyze your own life and relationships, identifying the specific battlefields where you are most vulnerable to energetic attacks during this Venus peak. Journal about recent interactions, identifying trigger points and emotional responses. Visualize each area of your life as an energetic landscape, noting any areas that feel dark, heavy, or depleted. Where do you feel drained, but knowing your vulnerabilities is only half the battle? Now it's time to reinforce your protections, and for that you'll need some advanced shielding and cleansing techniques. Are you ready to master these? Let's expand on the basic Venus shield technique, detailing how to layer intentions, energetic signatures, and personalized symbols to amplify its protective power. Infuse the shield with affirmations of self-worth, resilience, and empowerment, repeating them throughout the day to reinforce your sense of inner strength. Incorporate personal symbols or mantras that resonate with your soul, strengthening the connection to your inner power. Use colors associated with Venusian energy, such as rose, green, or gold, to further enhance the shield's protective qualities. Personalize and make it yours. Now, adapt your aura cleansing rituals to specific environments and challenges, using different techniques and tools to target specific types of negative energy. Use sounds such as singing bowls or chanting to break up stagnant energy in a cluttered or chaotic environment. Visualize white light dissolving negative energy to clear emotional baggage from your aura after a difficult conversation. Use specific herbs or essential oils, such as sage, lavender, or frankincense, to cleanse your aura of different types of negative energy. Tailor your defenses. Consider creating and charging personal talismans or amulets for protection, infusing them with specific intentions and energetic signatures. Choose appropriate crystals, symbols, or objects for the talisman. Cleanse and consecrate the talisman, charging it with your personal energy and intentions. Wear the talisman as jewelry, carry it in your pocket, or place it in your home or workspace. What symbols resonate with you? And remember, the key is consistent action, not just one-time events. Commit to daily exercises for maintaining your energetic shields and cleansing your auras, making spiritual protection an ongoing practice. Start each day with a short visualization, reinforcing your personal shield. End each day with a quick cleansing, releasing stress and worry. With what small choices will you protect yourself? But even with these advanced techniques, it's crucial to avoid complacency. It's easy to let energetic boundaries slip over time, creating vulnerabilities to attack. Are you aware of the subtle ways your defenses might be weakening? Good intentions can lead to overgiving and a lack of self-care. Periods of peace and harmony can lull us into a false sense of security, causing us to neglect our protective practices. Success can cause ego inflation, causing us to neglect our grounding practices and alienating those around us. The moment you think you are safe, that is the moment you become vulnerable. That's why continuous self-assessment is essential. Regularly evaluate your energetic well-being and make adjustments to your protective practices as needed. Set aside time each week or month to reflect on your energetic health, identifying any areas where you may be feeling vulnerable or depleted. Journal about recent experiences, paying attention to any patterns or triggers that may be weakening your energy field. Seek feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or therapists, gaining an objective perspective on your energetic boundaries and patterns. Check yourself. The energetic landscape is constantly evolving, and you must be prepared to adapt your defenses to new challenges and threats. Stay informed about current events, social trends, and technological developments that may have an impact on your energetic well-being. Experiment with new protection techniques, finding what resonates best with you and your evolving needs. Remember, the Venus Peak is only one event. You need to be vigilant about any other events that may have the same energetic influence. Stay informed. Ultimately, spiritual protection is not just a temporary fix, but a long-term commitment to living a life of awareness, intention, and authenticity. By embracing this commitment, you can create a life filled with love, joy, and abundance, protecting yourself from negative influences and contributing to a more spiritually aware and compassionate world. You have the power to choose this, will you? Remember that there is a feedback loop that is going on between yourself and your community. With the steps you are taking to practice spiritual protection, know that those practices are ultimately creating that protected and same community. But how will you actively cultivate that community? It is crucial to find where you can act as a leader to inspire others to grow and thrive. And for that, we need to turn to leadership itself. But what kind of leadership are you embodying? Are you leading from a place of authenticity and empowerment, or are you unknowingly influenced by unseen forces seeking to exploit your vulnerabilities? Because now, with the peak of Venusian energy upon us, it's time to delve into the shadows and confront the entities that seek to manipulate this energy for their own purposes. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge and equipping yourself with the tools to defend your energetic sovereignty. Have you considered that the challenges in your community are amplified by unseen entities? Let's be clear. When we speak of entities, we're not necessarily talking about demons or malevolent spirits from horror movies. The spectrum of energetic influences is far broader and more nuanced. Some entities might be drawn to specific emotions like fear, jealousy, or insecurity, feeding off the energetic vibrations and amplifying them within you. Others might have a more specific agenda, seeking to manipulate you into making choices that serve their purposes, such as promoting materialism, division, or self-destructive behaviors. Still others may be parasitic, latching onto energetic imbalances and amplifying them without any conscious intent, like energetic barnacles clinging to a ship. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? What are these entities after, specifically related to Venusian energies? Remember, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, connection, and values. Negative entities seek to distort these very energies, exploiting your vulnerabilities in these areas. For example, an entity might amplify feelings of inadequacy or loneliness to drive you to seek validation through unhealthy relationships, excessive spending, or superficial social media engagement, all of which further drain your energy and disconnect you from your true self. It's like a puppeteer manipulating your desires to control your actions. Have you felt this pull? Imagine this scenario. You're scrolling through social media, feeling increasingly dissatisfied with your own appearance and relationships. Suddenly, you're bombarded with targeted ads for cosmetic procedures, dating apps, and luxury goods, all promising to fill the void you feel inside. An entity might be subtly amplifying those feelings of inadequacy, pushing you towards choices that offer fleeting satisfaction but ultimately leave you feeling emptier than before. Or consider someone who is insecure about their appearance. An entity might exploit these insecurities, pushing them towards extreme measures like excessive plastic surgery or harmful dieting practices, further distorting their self-image and draining their life force. Where have you felt inadequate? How do these entities actually exert their influence? They often use subtle manipulation tactics, such as thought insertion, where negative thoughts or beliefs seem to pop into your head out of nowhere, undermining your confidence and self-worth. They might employ emotional manipulation, using guilt, shame, or fear to control your behavior and keep you trapped in negative patterns. And they might even engage in dream manipulation, creating disturbing or confusing dreams to disrupt your sleep and weaken your defenses. Are your dreams trying to tell you something? Here's an exercise. Think of a time you experienced a sudden, intense craving for something unhealthy, like junk food, alcohol, or social media validation. Could an entity have been amplifying that craving, exploiting your vulnerabilities, and pushing you towards self-destructive behavior? Or reflect on a situation where you experienced persistent negative thoughts about yourself or your relationships. Could an entity have been fueling those thoughts, preying on your insecurities, and undermining your sense of self-worth? What was the trigger? Now let's shift our focus to advanced protection strategies, arming you with the tools you need to counteract entity influence during this Venus peak. It's time for a proactive defense. Start by amplifying your energetic hygiene practices. Move beyond basic aura cleansing and incorporate advanced techniques specifically designed to remove entities and cleanse their energetic residue. Visualize a powerful vortex of light pulling any lingering attachments out of your aura and sending them back to their source, dissolving their influence. Use specific sounds, such as Tibetan singing bowls or tuning forks, to disrupt the energetic attachments of entities. These sounds create vibrations that break up stagnant energy and restore harmony to your auric field. Enhance your cleansing practices. For an added layer of protection, incorporate psychic self-defense techniques to block thought insertion and emotional manipulation. Create a mental shield to deflect unwanted thoughts and emotions, visualizing a barrier of light or energy surrounding your mind. Practice this shield regularly, especially during times of stress or vulnerability. It's like building a firewall for your mind. Use affirmations to reinforce your own beliefs and values, actively resisting the influence of external forces. Repeat affirmations such as, "I am in control of my thoughts and emotions," or "I am protected from negative influences." You must choose to protect yourself. Don't underestimate the power of dream shielding. Set a clear intention before sleep to have peaceful and positive dreams, creating a safe and restorative sleep environment. Place protective crystals, such as amethyst or selenite, under your pillow or on your nightstand to ward off negative energies. Visualize a protective shield surrounding your bed, ensuring a safe and restful night's sleep. Remember, sleep is when you are most vulnerable. Here's your action point. Reflect on specific scenarios where you feel most vulnerable to entity influence. Perhaps it's during times of stress, when you're feeling insecure, or when you're engaging in certain activities or environments. Actively engage these protection techniques. Find patterns in your dreams and emotional reactions, using this information to tailor your defense strategies. What triggers leave you vulnerable? Ultimately, the most powerful protection comes from within. By strengthening your energetic core and aligning with your true purpose, you can create a life that is resistant to negative influences. Are you ready to master your inner space? Begin by examining your core beliefs, identifying and transforming any limiting beliefs that make you susceptible to entity influence. Explore your beliefs about love, beauty, and self-worth, identifying any negative or self-sabotaging patterns. Replace these beliefs with empowering statements of self-acceptance, worthiness, and abundance. Remember, even the most powerful protection techniques are ineffective if you don't believe you are worthy of protection. What are you telling yourself? Practice emotional alchemy, transmuting negative emotions into positive energies through mindfulness, self-compassion, and creative expression. Observe negative emotions without judgment, allowing them to pass through you without taking hold. Offer kindness and understanding to yourself in moments of emotional distress, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and experiences challenges. Channel negative emotions into creative outlets, such as writing, painting, or music, transforming pain into beauty. What can you create? Amplify your authenticity by living in alignment with your true purpose and values. Explore your passions, talents, and interests, identifying activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Set clear boundaries with people and situations that compromise your values, prioritizing your own well-being and authenticity. Authenticity is your greatest shield. Make a commitment to integrate these techniques into your daily routine, reinforcing your inner strength and resilience. Create personal mantras and affirmations that you can practice regularly, such as, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I am strong and resilient." Journal and reflect on your values, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your beliefs. How will you commit to yourself? Finally, remember that you're not alone in this journey. By educating others about energetic protection and raising awareness about the tactics used by entities, you can create a more informed and empowered community. A community is only as strong as its members. Share your knowledge with friends, family, and colleagues, promoting open and honest conversations about spiritual protection. Share resources such as articles, videos, or books that provide helpful information about energetic hygiene and psychic self-defense. Build and nurture supportive communities where individuals can share their experiences, offer encouragement, and collaborate on collective protection efforts. Is your community a source of strength or weakness? Engage in collective actions that promote love, harmony, and unity, counteracting the divisive tactics used by entities and creating a more positive and supportive world. Participate in acts of kindness, compassion, and service, spreading positivity and healing throughout your communities. Advocate for social justice, equality, and environmental protection, working to create a more just and sustainable world for all. What can you do to promote love? As we navigate this Venus peak, let's not only focus on protecting ourselves, but also on creating a vision for a spiritually empowered world where individuals are empowered, relationships are healthy, and values are rooted in truth. What is your vision? As we equip ourselves to engage in this new reality and learn to better ourselves, we will need guidance on how to improve our intuitive leadership. Are you ready to learn how to make an impact on your own community and help those most vulnerable to manipulation? But even the strongest leadership can be undermined by unseen agreements you've made with yourself, often without your conscious awareness. What if the very foundation of your decisions is built on shaky ground, influenced by limiting beliefs and past traumas? This is where the concept of subconscious contracts comes into play, and during this Venus peak, they can be your greatest vulnerability or your strongest asset. Are you ready to uncover the hidden contracts that are shaping your reality? Let's define these contracts. Subconscious contracts are unspoken agreements you make with yourself, with others, or even with entities, often rooted in fear, limiting beliefs, or unresolved past experiences. They act like energetic blueprints, attracting specific outcomes and shaping your experiences, especially those related to Venusian themes of relationships, self-worth, and values. For instance, someone who subconsciously believes they are unworthy of love might enter a contract to attract relationships that reinforce that belief, perpetuating a cycle of disappointment and heartache. Or, someone fearing financial insecurity may create a subconscious contract to constantly struggle with money, reinforcing their feelings of lack. What limiting beliefs are running your life? These contracts manifest in various forms, often linked to core Venusian themes. There's the contract of sacrifice, where you consistently put others' needs before your own, sacrificing your well-being because you believe your needs are not important. Then there's the contract of suffering, the belief that you must suffer to earn love, acceptance, or success, creating a cycle of hardship and pain. The contract of control arises from a fear of vulnerability, leading you to attempt to control others or situations to feel safe. And finally, the contract of scarcity, where you believe there's never enough love, money, or success to go around, creating a constant state of limitation. What's your go-to contract? But how do these contracts actually influence your life? They're activated by specific triggers, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. For example, a contract for sacrifice might be triggered by a friend asking for help, leading you to drop everything and prioritize their needs, even at your own expense. A contract for suffering might be triggered by a success, leading you to sabotage yourself or create unnecessary challenges. Do you notice these patterns in your own life? These contracts often stem from past trauma, family dynamics, and societal programming, all of which shape your beliefs and expectations, particularly in Venus-related areas. A child who grew up where love was conditional might develop a contract to please others to earn affection. Someone constantly criticized for their appearance might create a contract to strive for unattainable beauty standards, seeking validation from external sources. Where did you learn your current values? Now, the crucial question, how do you break free from these limiting contracts? It starts with recognition. Take a deep dive into your subconscious, using journaling prompts, self-reflection exercises, and guided visualizations to identify the contracts that are holding you back. Ask yourself, what limiting beliefs do I hold about love, money, or success? What patterns do I keep repeating in my relationships or career? What fears are holding me back from living my best life? Where do you feel obligated or resentful in your relationships? Where are you sacrificing your own needs for others? Where are you holding yourself back from pursuing your dreams? What's holding you back? Next, challenge the validity of these contracts. Question their origins, their impact on your life, and whether they still serve your highest good. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it really true? What evidence do I have to support it? How is this belief limiting me? Consider the alternative. What would it be like to believe the opposite? How would my life be different if I released this contract? What would change if you believed something different? Now comes the rewriting phase. Reframe those limiting beliefs and set new intentions for your life. Turn "I am not worthy of love" into "I am worthy of unconditional love and acceptance." Transform "I must suffer to earn success" into "I deserve to enjoy success with ease and grace." What new contracts will you write? Take conscious action to break the contract. Set boundaries, practice self-compassion, and take risks. Say no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. Prioritize your own needs and well-being. Communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Acknowledge your worth and value. What action will you take today? Finally, visualize your new path. Close your eyes and imagine the old contract as brittle and weak, easily destroyed. Visualize the new contract as strong, healthy, and supportive, guiding you toward a brighter future. See yourself thriving under this new agreement. Can you feel the shift? But even with these new contracts, be aware of energetic mimicry, where negative influences subtly mirror your desires and values to gain your trust and manipulate you, especially during this Venus peak. An entity might present itself as a spiritual guide, offering seemingly helpful advice, but subtly steering you away from your true path. Or someone might mirror your interests to gain your approval, ultimately seeking to exploit you or drain your energy. Are you sure you can tell the difference? How can you distinguish between authentic and mimicked energies? Pay attention to subtle cues, trust your intuition, and focus on energetic resonance. Does this person or situation feel genuinely aligned with your values, or does something feel off? Do their actions match their words? Do they consistently act in your best interest? What does your gut say? Be on the lookout for common mimicry tactics. Love bombing, where someone overwhelms you with affection early on to lower your defenses. Mirroring, subtly mimicking your behaviors to create a false sense of connection. Future faking, making promises that never materialize to keep you invested. And playing the victim, evoking sympathy to control your behavior. Have you seen these tactics before? Analyze situations where you fell for energetic mimicry in the past. What red flags did you miss? Where did you ignore your intuition? What were the consequences? By understanding your past vulnerabilities, you can avoid making the same mistakes in the future. What patterns do you see in your past? But there's more than just awareness, there's also action. You can actively leverage the observer effect for spiritual self-defense. By consciously observing your thoughts, emotions, and energy field, you can influence them. This is not just passive observation, it's active participation in shaping your reality. Are you ready to take control? How does this work? Through mindful meditation, paying attention to your breath and sensations without judgment. Through emotional tracking, journaling about your emotions to identify triggers and patterns. Through energetic scanning, using your intuition to scan your energy field, noticing any areas that feel weak or blocked. What can you observe about yourself right now? Remember, intention is key. Visualize your energy field as strong and protected. Affirm your worthiness and resilience. Take actions that align with your values. By consciously setting your intention, you can shift your energetic reality in a positive direction. What will you intend today? The observer effect empowers you to take control of your inner landscape, transforming your vulnerabilities into strengths. By observing your thoughts and emotions, you can challenge limiting beliefs. By shifting your focus from fear to love, you can create a more supportive, energetic environment. What's more powerful than taking control? Make a habit of checking in with yourself during times of stress. The Venus peak isn't a quick fix. It's a long-term project of self-awareness and empowerment. Are you ready to commit to continued self-awareness? As we move forward, remember that your energy field is a dynamic and ever-changing landscape. By understanding the anatomy of subconscious contracts, recognizing energetic mimicry, and leveraging the observer effect, you can become a powerful guardian of your own spiritual well-being. But to become the best guardian you can be, you need to start considering the world outside of yourself and the impact you can have on others. How can you transform your insights into action to better serve your community, especially during this time of heightened energetic vulnerability? Let's dive deep into subconscious contract clearing. You've identified these hidden agreements. Now, how do you dissolve them? It's not enough to simply acknowledge them. You must actively dismantle them and rewrite your energetic blueprint, especially during this Venus peak when distorted Venusian energies are trying to influence your choices. Are you ready to rewrite your story? The contract dissolution process is a methodical dismantling of limiting beliefs and a conscious reconstruction of your energetic reality. Step 1. Identify the recurring pattern or challenge in your life. Is it attracting unavailable partners, struggling with finances, feeling unfulfilled in your career? What keeps happening despite your best efforts? Step 2. Ask yourself, what belief would have to be true for this to keep happening? Dig deep, be honest, and don't be afraid to confront uncomfortable truths. Are you willing to face the truth? Step 3. Challenge the validity of that belief. Is it really true? Where did it come from? How is it serving you? What evidence do you have to support it? Is this belief helping you or hurting you? Step 4. Energetically clear the old contract. Visualize the contract as a document, rip it to shreds, burn it to ashes, and release it into the universe. Feel the release, the freedom, and the power of letting go. How does it feel to let go? Step 5. Rewrite the contract with empowering affirmations. Create a new belief system that supports your desires and aligns with your highest self. Speak these affirmations aloud with conviction and feeling. Believe in the power of your words. Can you feel your power growing? Step 6. Take consistent action that reinforces the new contract. Set small, achievable goals that align with your new beliefs and celebrate your progress along the way. Every step forward strengthens your new energetic foundation. Are you ready to take the first step? Now let's apply this process to specific Venusian contracts. Imagine dissolving a sacrifice contract. This contract often stems from childhood experiences or societal expectations, leading you to believe that your needs are not important. Identify the origins of this contract, challenge its validity, and rewrite it with affirmations of self-worth and self-care. I am worthy of love and respect. My needs matter. I prioritize my well-being. Then, take actions that reinforce these new beliefs, such as setting boundaries, saying no to requests that drain your energy, and scheduling time for self-care activities. What boundaries will you set today, or consider dissolving a scarcity contract? This contract is rooted in the limiting belief that there is never enough, creating a constant state of anxiety and lack. Challenge this belief by recognizing your abundance, practicing gratitude, and visualizing prosperity. Replace the scarcity mindset with affirmations of abundance. I am surrounded by abundance. I attract opportunities for financial growth. I am grateful for all that I have. Then take actions that align with this new belief, such as giving generously, investing in yourself, and celebrating your successes. How can you show gratitude today? Rewriting these contracts requires powerful affirmations and visualizations. For self-love, affirm, I am worthy of unconditional love and acceptance. I embrace my imperfections and celebrate my unique beauty. Visualize a radiant light surrounding you, filling you with warmth and self-acceptance. For healthy relationships, affirm, I attract relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and equality. I release any patterns of codependency or control. Visualize cutting ties with draining people and attracting supportive, loving individuals into your life. Can you feel the love surrounding you? But remember, rewriting the contract is only half the battle. You must also take consistent daily action to reinforce the new agreements, transforming intentions into tangible realities. Create a contract journal where you can track your progress, write affirmations, and reflect on your experiences. Set small, achievable goals that align with your new contracts, building momentum and solidifying your new beliefs. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small, and use setbacks as opportunities for growth. Are you ready to build momentum? Let's talk about the observer effect. You're not just a passive bystander in your own life. You're an active participant, shaping your reality through your conscious awareness. Conscious observation is a powerful tool for spiritual self-defense, allowing you to detach from negative thought patterns and create space for positive change. Are you ready to take a step back and observe? Practical techniques for conscious observation include labeling your thoughts. During meditation, simply label your thoughts as thinking, without judgment, creating space for awareness and detachment. Body scan meditation involves systematically scanning your body for sensations, noticing areas of tension, relaxation, or energy flow. This helps you become more attuned to your physical and energetic state, allowing you to identify potential vulnerabilities. What are you feeling right now? But the most important element of observation is action. Without action, nothing will change. If you observe yourself feeling anxious before a social event, use conscious breathing techniques to calm your nervous system and visualize yourself feeling confident and at ease. Then take action by preparing for the event, choosing an outfit that makes you feel good, and practicing positive self-talk. Are you ready to act? If you notice yourself engaging in negative self-talk, interrupt the pattern by replacing the negative thoughts with positive affirmations and focusing on your strengths. Then take an action that reinforces your belief in yourself, such as completing a challenging task or reaching out to a supportive friend. Can you feel your confidence growing? Let's consider how the observer effect can be applied to Venusian themes. In a relationship, if you observe yourself feeling jealous or insecure, use the observer effect to question the validity of those feelings, challenge the underlying beliefs, and choose a more empowering perspective. Then, engage in actions that will build your self-esteem and make you less reliant on others, such as pursuing your own interests, spending time with friends, and practicing self-care. What actions will you take to build your self-esteem? With finances, if you observe yourself feeling scarcity or lack, use the observer effect to shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, practicing gratitude and visualizing abundance. Then, do something practical to increase your cash flow, such as finding a new job, starting a side hustle, or creating a budget. What can you do to improve your finances? As you use these practices, recognize the subtle signs of progress, heightened feelings of self-worth or self-esteem, the ability to be more present in the moment, feeling at ease and less anxious. These are all indicators that you are shifting your energy and creating positive change. Are you ready to notice the changes? Now let's explore the Venus mirror. The people in our lives often reflect our own subconscious contracts, offering opportunities for healing and growth. This Venus mirror can be a powerful tool for self-awareness, allowing you to identify the contracts that are shaping your relationships and experiences. Are you ready to look in the mirror? If you have a subconscious contract for sacrifice, you might attract people who constantly need your help or take advantage of your generosity, mirroring your belief that your needs are not important. Or If you have a subconscious contract for scarcity, you might attract friends or partners who are also struggling financially, reinforcing your belief that there is never enough. Do you see these patterns in your life? Identify which subconscious contracts are being mirrored in your relationships. Is there someone who constantly seeks validation from you, reflecting your own need for external approval? Is there someone who is always struggling with their weight or appearance, mirroring your own insecurities about your body? What contracts or energetic patterns are obvious in others around you? What are they teaching you about yourself? The key is not to blame or judge others for their behavior, but to use it as an opportunity to gain insights into your own subconscious contracts. Instead of resenting someone for constantly needing your help, ask yourself, what part of me believes that I need to be needed to be worthy of love? Instead of judging someone for their insecurities, ask yourself, where am I holding myself back from fully embracing my own beauty and worth? How can you shift your perspective? Use these insights for healing and growth, taking compassionate action to break free from the reflected contracts and create more positive relationships. If you realize that you are attracting people who take advantage of your generosity, start setting boundaries and prioritizing your own needs, breaking free from the contract of sacrifice. If you realize that you are judging someone for their insecurities, practice self-compassion and work on accepting your own imperfections, releasing the contract of scarcity. What action will you take today to heal? As we prepare to wrap up, let's solidify your defense plan. Remember that spiritual self-defense is an ongoing process that requires continuous effort and awareness. Energetic hygiene, psychic self-defense, subconscious contract clearing, and leveraging the observer effect are all essential tools for protecting your energy field and maintaining your spiritual well-being. Are you ready to commit to lifelong learning? Create a personalized protection plan that incorporates these strategies into your daily life. Set aside time each day for meditation, aura cleansing, and affirmations. Regularly evaluate your relationships, identify potential energetic drains, and set healthy boundaries. What will your plan include? Envision a spiritually empowered future where you are more aware of energetic influences, more connected to your intuition, and more capable of protecting yourself and your community from negative energies. Imagine relationships based on mutual respect, love, and authenticity. Envision a society where values are aligned with compassion, kindness, and sustainability. What kind of world do you want to live in? Remember, this is a journey, and there is always more to explore. The Venus Peak is only one event, and it is up to you to reinforce your protection, self-awareness, and personal growth. But how does working with crystals improve your journey? So you've spent this time with me, and you may be asking yourself, what's the big picture? Are you now truly ready to face what's been attacking your energy field? Remember those relationship-based attacks fueled by jealousy and control, those self-worth attacks born from negative self-talk and the desperate need for external validation, and those value-based attacks rooted in materialism and superficiality. Those are the vulnerabilities you've learned to recognize, the cracks in your armor that entities exploit through mimicry, thought insertion, and emotional manipulation, trying to get you to turn against yourself. But now, you have the Venus Shield, and it's more than just a technique. It's a lifestyle. It's not a one-time fix, but an active practice demanding unwavering commitment and relentless self-awareness. It's about aligning yourself with the radiant energies of Venus, love, beauty, harmony, and profound connection. This shield isn't a passive wall. It's an active embrace of your own power, a recognition that your energy field is a sacred space that deserves protection, love, and healthy boundaries. You're not a victim, you're a warrior. By cultivating self-awareness, mastering spiritual self-defense, and rewriting those insidious subconscious contracts, you are reclaiming control over your energetic well-being. Remember, awareness is your greatest weapon. It's what allows you to identify the entities, the mimicry, the subconscious contracts, and the energetic leaks draining your vitality. Observation leads to power, and you now wield that power with intention and grace. This isn't just about surviving the Venus peak, it's about transforming it. It's about shifting from fear to love, from vulnerability to strength, from isolation to connection. Through inner alchemy, by courageously challenging those limiting beliefs, embracing your authentic self, and engaging in compassionate action, you're not just protecting yourself, you're contributing to a more spiritually empowered world. By protecting yourself, you protect others. It's about moving from fear to love, from self-preservation to collective well-being. But what happens after the Venus peak subsides? Can you simply discard what you've learned? Absolutely not. The anti-spiritual thinkskip, envy, negative self-doubt are not seasonal. They're a constant threat, demanding ongoing vigilance and conscious choices to fortify your energy field. Think of spiritual protection as daily hygiene. You wouldn't skip brushing your teeth, would you? Similarly, you can't afford to neglect your energetic well-being. Consider how your new understanding of the Venus mirror and the observer effect can revolutionize all of your relationships and your overall well-being. Even small choices matter. Engaging in gossip, dwelling on negative thoughts, these actions weaken your defenses, leaving you vulnerable. Counteract these influences by creating a daily gratitude practice, setting firm boundaries with those energy vampires, and consciously choosing thoughts that uplift and empower you. Vigilance is key. This is not a temporary fix, but a lasting lifestyle, a deep shift in your very being. And don't underestimate the power of those subconscious contracts you identified. They're not just fleeting thoughts, they're the blueprints of your destiny, shaping your life in profound ways. Rewriting them is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Regularly revisit those contracts, question their validity, and make the necessary adjustments to align them with your highest good. Remember, everything is interconnected. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions create ripples that extend far beyond your own life, impacting the collective consciousness. Cultivate compassion, empathy, and a deep sense of unity with all beings. Strive to live in alignment with your values, creating a ripple effect of positivity that touches the lives of everyone around you. This is the long game, shaping not just your destiny, but the destiny of the world. So, circling back to where we began, are you feeling under attack? You now have the tools to not only recognize that attack, but to defend yourself and thrive. The Venus peak, which we introduced as a time of vulnerability, has become a catalyst for immense personal growth and profound transformation. You walked in feeling defenseless, but you leave as a spiritual warrior. The Venus shield, it's more than just a visualization or a set of affirmations. It's a symbol of your newfound empowerment, a testament to your ability to actively shape your energetic reality, refine it, strengthen it, and adapt it to the evolving challenges you face. This is the most personalized, proactive defense mechanism, so keep working on it. Make it your own. The unseen forces at play, the mysteries of the universe may always exist, but you now possess the discernment and intuition to navigate them with confidence. You may still encounter challenges, face unexpected twists on your spiritual journey, but you're equipped to handle them with grace and resilience. Trust your intuition, cultivate self-awareness, and remain open to guidance from trusted sources. The tension has been building, the questions swirling, but now it's time to act. Commit to at least one small action each day that will strengthen your energy field. Practice mindfulness, set boundaries, rewrite a limiting belief. Share your experiences and insights in the comments below, creating a supportive community where you can connect with others on this path. I want you all to actively implement the strategies and practices discussed in the video, solidifying your commitment to ongoing spiritual self-defense. And remember, if we all work together, the world will be a better place. But remember this. While you're now well equipped to handle the challenges of the Venus peak, the energetic landscape is constantly shifting, morphing, and evolving. New threats may emerge, demanding new strategies and deeper understanding. What's next? Deepen your shadow work practices, master emotional intelligence, explore advanced meditation techniques. Seek out resources, workshops, or mentors who can guide you on these paths. And don't forget to explore related topics like astrology, numerology, or energy healing to expand your understanding of the energetic universe. What more is out there waiting for you? So tell me, what specific challenges have you faced during the Venus peak, and how have you overcome them? Share your stories and tips in the comments below. What questions do you still have about spiritual protection? I'll do my best to answer them or address them in future videos. We are a community and we must work together. And speaking of the future, in our next video, we'll be exploring the energetic immune system and how you can boost your natural defenses to resist even the most persistent negative influences. Stay tuned to learn how to read the energetic signatures of people and places, allowing you to quickly identify potential threats and make informed decisions. So subscribe, stay tuned, and prepare to take your spiritual self-defense to the